Hi guys, this is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. And so I called already air, water, earth, ethers, everything. Holy Spirit, archangels, shamans, and so on and so forth to give you the best reading that I could possibly give you at this moment in time. So I already laid out the cards for you guys, so I don't have to waste my time, your time on YouTube. And so this is it. I would like to tell you guys that as I was shuffling your cards, I was feeling a little discombobulated, frustrated, indecisive. And I know that you guys think it's a Gemini trade, and it is. Geminis are somewhat indecisive. It's not that they're indecisive, actually. They like to check all the perspectives out. They like to see everything in different angles to make the best decision, because for them, the best decision means everything. So it's not that they're not decisive, they know what they want, but they kind of bide their time until they're actually really certain by looking through all the perspectives. This is what a Gemini does. And the reason why I know is because I'm a Gemini sun. And so, going with Gemini sun in the zodiac signs, please check your natal chart. And if you don't know your natal chart, you can look online under free natal chart calculator. You must know your date of birth, obviously, where you were born, and your exact time. Know your exact time. And this will help you get your natal chart. I listen to my rising sign Scorpio because this is what I resonate with the most. If I want a relationship, listen to a relationship reading, then I will go to my Venus planet Cancer, Venus zodiac sign Cancer. My moon is in Aries. I also resonate with Aries. And so if you are Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, this is your reading, okay? Also, do not get too focused on the gender of the cards. Everybody has female and male energy. Also, if I'm just reading the energies here, I'm not reading what your future is going to be. Nobody knows your future. You have free will. You have free will. Don't give that power away to any reader, okay? You actually make your future, so don't do that. This is a soul connection, past life reading that also pertains to your current life, because this is going to tell you what's going on and what you need to let go on in order to move forward. Make sense? Yes. Okay, so what crowns your reading is forgiveness. Forgiveness right here. Okay, and I will read snippets that are important to this spread, that actually deal with this spread. So it says, the situation you have inquiring about will be healed or improved through your willingness to release old stored anger. You may not even be consciously aware that you've been holding on to resentment. Your anger may show up in subtle ways such as high blood pressure, addictions, insomnia, or moodiness. Wouldn't it feel great to have stable moods and more control over your health? Forgiveness isn't the same as saying that the actions of others were justified or acceptable. Instead, forgiveness is a statement of self-empowerment. You choose to detoxify yourself of all stored anger and other negative energies. After all, when you hang on to anger, it only hurts you and not the other person. So you have to heal the situation, okay? And through introspection. Okay, these are important practices that will help you. See that your anger is merely a transient feeling, like a dark cloud floating across the sky. So, I know you may have a chip on your shoulders of issues and things that people may have done here, but sometimes a little thing can get triggered to a really big thing if we have past life situations that we're still holding on to. And it says that you're holding on to resentment and anger that you haven't let go of through forgiveness. So this is what you have to do, Gemini. And so remember that the readings could be vice versa. If it's not you, it's your soul connection, okay? You have to determine who are you in this spread. If you are Gemini or you are the other person. Sometimes it's switched. So maybe if Gemini, this doesn't sound like you, then you're the other person, okay? Sometimes, because we can only read energies, we can't tell you who these energies come from. Only it's up to you to decipher and determine that. So we begin. So when I asked what you're bringing, what karmic inheritance you're bringing, actually, before we do that, let's talk about the karmic meaning of the relationship. Okay. So you obviously signed a soul contract with this person, with a soul connection, because you want to experience the 10 of water with them, fulfillment. So this person brings you fulfillment. You know you can be happy with this person. This person is your everything. There's a lot of love shared here in the 10 of water. So this is like ultimate love fulfillment in this one. And so it does signify here that because of the major arcanas I have here 10, 11, 12, 13. I have the death card here. I have judgment. I have the emperor. I have, yeah, I have a lot of 8s here. And so it means you guys have had more than one lifetime with this partner, of course. Several lifetimes with this partner. And this partner gives you a fulfillment that nobody else can give you. And this is what you're bringing. This is the karma you're bringing into the relationship. That means that you had sealed the deal and created soul contracts with this person because there are other things you didn't want to let go of this person, and there are other karmic lessons that you wanted to learn with this person, and you put you invested a lot with this person. Okay, you guys went through thick and thin. You guys were like Bonnie and Clyde. You guys went through everything in past lives. Okay, and you're still like the 8 of Pentacles, and here it's the 8 of Earth. You're still building onto this shit. That means 8 of Coins means that you're working on it. You're rolling your sleeves up to do the work. You're not afraid to do the work in this relationship. This is what you're bringing to the current life. So if you have this experience with someone that you're not ready to let them go, or feel like you know it's something is not complete, then this is the reason, because this is what you're bringing, the karma that you're bringing to this current life. Okay, makes sense? Okay, so I did ask what you were inheriting. So what actually you were inheriting from your karma. And that means, and I got the Emperor, or here in this deck it means a grandfather. So you're bringing patriarchal issues from your bloodline, meaning that maybe you didn't have a great relationship with your dad. Maybe there was something about your dad that you couldn't forgive. There were some things that were unforgivable that your grandfather did, or that your dad did that learned through your grandfather, and your grandfather learned through his father, that were carried on in the bloodline that you just couldn't forgive. There were some things, whether it be, who knows, you can determine what those things are, whether it be addictions, whether it be maybe issues that were family issues that you had to deal with because of your dad, maybe circumstances that your dad put the whole family in because of his issues. And so you had to forgive. You still have to forgive, and although you think that you have forgiven, there's some things that you still have to let go of, that you aren't aware of, that you're subconsciously hanging on to. Okay? And when you purge, means when you think that you have forgiven, or you think that you have released all this karma or this trauma or these feelings, you still have further things to release, because your emotions and your inner spirit is like this onion that has to be peeled layer by layer by layer by layer until you get to the root of the matter. And because we've lived so many lives, this is what tends to happen. And so what your soul connection is bringing to the situation, and it's spirit guides. Okay, so here we have to clarify these two cards, and these are the only cards I will clarify, because the reading will be more than an hour, and so we don't want to do that. Spirit guide, that could mean that your soul connection, or your significant other, or your soulmate, whatever you want to call them, twin flame, soulmate, whatever, It's up to you. You don't want to label it, but somebody you feel a spiritual, emotional bond with, whoever that may be. They either lack the ability to hear their intuition or their spirit guides, so their intuition may be a little faulty. They may not listen to their intuition as much as their ancestors, or they have been guided to listen to, or maybe they are not walking the path that they have to walk on. And so there's some kind of judgment here that the spirit universe is making on whether this person is actually fulfilling their soul contract, or actually walking towards their destiny, or the karma in which were indebted to accrued, or what is the good karma they will receive if they've acted accordingly, or the karmic debts that they have incurred because of their past actions. Okay, that was a tongue twister. Okay, so I did ask what were the burdens or the hopes that you were bringing to the table, Gemini? And I got the 3 of air, which is doubt, and the 5 of fire. I just got the 3 of air, which is doubt. Okay, so you doubt this person. Okay, maybe because your past karma with your past, relationships with your dad or your grandfather, maybe those people have caused you to maybe doubt patriarchal lineages. Is it? Lineages, yeah. Patriarchal bloodline, where it causes you to doubt the male, the divine male, or the male energies in your life, including your own, where you doubt in their abilities. Maybe you think that they're deceptive. Maybe you feel like you can't count on them. So this is what you've inherited, is doubt. Okay. And so what they are bringing, what they've inherited, is love. Okay, so maybe this person, you wormed your way into their heart. Maybe this person doesn't want to love you, okay? But for some reason, they don't know why they fucking love you. They have no idea, why the hell do I love this person? Why? It's because you've inherited this from your past life. That love did not go away, okay? And this love is actually mutual, because the 2 of water is the 2 of cups is mutual. See that they're both grabbing each other's hand. It's not one person going towards the hand. It's a mutual affection. So it's something that you cannot shake off of you. You cannot shake off your energy. It's something that is there. And the reason why it's there, because you have inherited it. So we go to what cards I see on the board. So here I see Aries, Taurus, Gemini. I see all earth signs: Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I said Taurus already, right? Yeah. I see Scorpio, big Scorpio. What else do I see? I see Pisces because of the moon right here, Pisces. I see Libra. So pretty much all signs on board. All signs on board. The ones that resonate the most are, of course, your sign Gemini, Aries, Taurus, Scorpio, and Pisces. These signs right here. Virgo. Okay, moving forward. So how do you feel about them? Okay, so for Gemini, how you feel about them, two cards popped out. And it's, you feel stressed by this energy. You feel super stressed. You guys have been beating each other with sticks and shit, and like burning each other with words and like maybe actions, and you know, just like for example, let me think here. You know, you're battling every battle instead of just picking the battles that you can win. You're just battling all battles with a 5 of fire, and you're freaking stressed out. It's like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. And you're contemplating this thing with the 4 of airs. You're like meditating about it, and you're like actually not even communicating with this person, with your soul connection. You just want to have time to heal, want to have time to actually think about, is this worth the stress? You know, is what is going on here? This is how you feel about your soul connection. It's like you're stressed out about it. And because it stressed you out when you had to deal with this person, you actually you separated, and you actually are not communicating. You're actually resting and taking the time for yourself to contemplate on your own, to contemplate about logically. You're like trying to make a logical, with the feathers, which is air, which is a representation of logic. You're trying to make a head and heart decision, and this is water, means emotions. So and then this is the moon. This can mean like illusions or intuition, okay? And if you're too emotional, then you might make the wrong decision, right? Because you might think that your emotions are your intuition, and in reality, your intuitions are not your emotions, because your emotions are feelings that are fleeting, that come and go. It could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, they come and go, but your intuition remains there. Your intuition remains there. So what you need to do is you have to balance the feathers and the water in order to come up to the right conclusion. And the way that you can do this is by contemplating things on your own and getting away from the stress. So this person stressed the shit out of you, okay? Maybe because they were coming towards you with a lot of the male energy, you know, maybe with their ego. Okay, so because this card means, just bear it with me here as I look for it. These are my own decks, guys, and so I like to use my cards to get my point across as well. I am copywriting them and publishing and actually illustrating them at the moment, and so as soon as I get them done, and I will let you guys know. And these are really cool because people can relate to them. So the 5 of Wands means holy balls, testosterone overdrive. So maybe your person came at you like this. Now it could be female too, with a lot of testosterone, okay? It's up to you to determine who's your soul connection, okay? It could be women with women, or men with men, or heterosexual relationships. It doesn't really matter, okay? We all have female and male energy. So this person came at you like that, and this has stressed you too much. Stressed the shit out of you, okay? And so you were left to your own devices, and you had to contemplate this because this person came at you like that. You were stressed out. And how your person feels about you. They feel the death card. They feel like they've made transformations with you. They feel like they're not the same person because they can see things through your eyes, okay? They can see things in a different perspective. Because once you have a connection like this, you have telepathy, which means that you kind of, whether you know it or not, their thoughts, you can kind of understand their thoughts, whether you're in communication with them or not, because you have a close telepathic relationship with this person. And so you get to maybe see things, maybe try to view things in the other person's perspective. And so you've made transformations, changes. Okay, we can clarify this later and see what kind of changes you have made. And I'm trying to see, actually, I'm trying to see where my card is with my death card, my very own death card here. So you've kind of put away your old ways, okay, to make way for the new. And you can see here, this is a dirty sock, okay. It's not dirty, maybe it's been washed, but it smells like it might as well be dirty. It has plenty of holes, and that has been sewn and resewn. And although it was a comfortable sock before, now it just doesn't serve its purpose anymore. So it needs to be thrown away. And so this person has made great changes because of you. Okay? And so, what is your karmic future? I see here, it could be your partner or you, Gemini. You guys both, actually, both of you guys can gain clarity. And with the Six of Swords means movement. You guys movement towards a peaceful, more peaceful situation. So maybe your energies will balance out here, okay? And actually, it's going to be more stable, okay? Whether it remains to be seen whether some of you guys are going to focus on your career and focus on making money and doing things by yourself, getting stability by yourself and moving away from this situation. Other of you guys, some person's going to move towards you, either, actually it's not the Gemini, it's this earth sign, whoever you are. If it could be you. If you're a Gemini who has strong earth, then it could be you, maybe making your way towards this, your soul connection, your soulmate. Or if you don't have strong earth sign and your soulmate has strong earth sign, they will be making a move towards you, and they will be more stable and grounded and wanting to work on this relationship. Making a solid commitment here with the basket. You can see here he's bringing his, he's ready. He's ready to settle, make a solid commitment here with his basket full of nurture. He's ready to nurture the situation and bring about stability, because now he has clarity, or she has clarity. So whoever has the earth component, please check your natal chart. And so here I will clarify these cards. And so what am I going to use? I would like to use my very own deck, but let's see here. Oh yes, by the way, as I was meditating on your spread and whether I should do it or not, because really I'm really exhausted, guys. This week has been really brutal. It's beaten me up for a lot of personal reasons. And when you're a channeler and a tarot reader, there's a lot of energy that you feel. Not only the energy that you're channeling, but also the energy surrounding you. And so it gets really tiring. And although you try to psychically protect yourself, it's still draining. It's still sometimes draining. And so when I was meditating for you guys, this is the song I got. And excuse my singing, I'm going to actually say it to you guys because I'm a terrible singer. Everybody who knows me knows that about me. And so I begin, not singing it, just reading it. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. If I'd known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Whoa, now go. Walk out the door. So, I'm sorry. I started singing it. I couldn't help it. Okay. So, let's clarify a couple cards. So let's recap a little bit. Okay, there's a lot of forgiveness that you need to do because you have a lot of resentment and anger, and not towards this person in this life for something, but it doesn't very much seem like this life actually triggered your reaction of this resentment that you were holding deep inside, because this person causes you stress. Okay, and they might have done something small, something big, I don't know, but if it was something major, then you would have had that in your reading, but we can clarify. But actually, you've had all these past issues with your patriarchal bloodline from your side of the family that you still have to forgive. Whatever you had thought that you couldn't forgive from your dad or your grandfather, and those issues that they brought to their family that had made you hold this resentment and this anger towards maybe your relationships with the masculine people or the male energies in your life, whether it be your father, your brother, anything like this. And so you might have to forgive things that your dad or your grandparents have done in this life or previous lives that you are not aware of. But it seems like these issues if you have issues with your patriarchal bloodline of your family, then you can guarantee that you've had past issues with those bloodlines in the past lives that you've had. Okay, so because of this, something had triggered you and made you feel stressed about this connection. So you've had to pull away from this connection to contemplate on whether you are needing to make a heart versus head decision, right? Because you doubt the things that they may do or the actions that they may take. You just don't feel like you can trust this male energy. You don't feel like you can trust them, okay? Maybe they did something that maybe you caught them doing something that made you triggered that doubt just automatically. It made you pull back because of all your past hurts that you still need to forgive from your past lives. And so you guys obviously made this contract because you're each other's wish fulfillment, and you've worked hard in past lives to continue to have this contract with the same soulmate that you've had. So it's been more than 8 past lives, I would have to say, dating back to even before Greco and Roman times. Okay, and the reason why I tell you this is because that was the first card that popped up before forgiveness popped up. And so I decided really wasn't feeling it because my mind wasn't really thinking about your read, but then I had to meditate a little bit. And so this song came out, and then this card popped up. So this is what it is. You still hold this anger, this resentment. You are not putting up with bullshit. And even though this person may want to come in and ask you for forgiveness, you might just send them out the door because you're in this mood that you just haven't forgiven things from your past. You still are holding on to resentment, and you cannot manifest with these type of feelings, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot manifest this love. How this person feels about you, this person doesn't feel the same way. Or actually, they don't bring doubt actually to the relationship. They bring love. But maybe this person is puzzled about the reason why they love you. Okay? So I have to clarify that, guys. So I digress. Let me clarify these. And so they feel some sort of way, and it seems like you've transformed their life. You made a change for them. And they have learned a lot of lessons, because nobody goes through transformation without learning lessons. And so which is good. This is why we're here, right? We're here to learn lessons. And so you're going to be, at the end, what you carry, your karma is going to be, I think you've hit rock bottom. Whatever situations or energies that had accrued from these experiences, those negative energies are gone now. You know, it only goes up from now. So the future looks more stable, looks more clear. You'll have more clarity. Okay, because with this type of love, which is soulmate, twin flame love, this doesn't die. Okay, no matter if it's 5, 6 years, 10 years from now, you'll still be thinking about this person. You still be feeling this. This doesn't go away. You cannot shake this connection away. And so what I do want to clarify is, what are the things that you have to forgive pertaining to your patriarchal bloodline? What are the things that you have to forgive in regards to your patriarchal bloodline? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. So as I was shuffling your cards, I got the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is like player energy. So maybe you have had to forgive patriarchal bloodline that have been like player, like have not been committal to the females in your life. Okay, maybe these men in your life were players, would come in your mom's life, in your life, and would leave for 5 days, 10 days, or whatever. Maybe they would chase excitement and adventure. And so this is what was popping out as I was shuffling the deck. So what type of, can you clarify the grandfather? Let's clarify the grandfather here for you. Let's clarify the grandfather. Okay. So here, I get here, let's see here. So I get here overindulgent. So they were overindulging on women, on booze, on drinking, on booze, and then coming home really fucked up and drunk, and like taking just to sleep. Come home just to sleep with a 9 of cups and the 4 of swords. For some of you guys. For some of you guys. For others of you, because your dad was, or your patriarchal bloodlines in your family were busy trying to give you wish fulfillment and give your family wish fulfillment, that they were never home and they were always working. And so your mom had to spend a lot of times being by herself in a contemplating state. Okay, but she had a nice life. She lived cozy and comfortable for some of you guys. Okay, and your dad was never around. Other of you, for, you know, in other past lives with this patriarchal bloodline, some of your dads might have died from some sort of overindulgence that they had or addiction that they had, and so maybe they died early. Okay. What else do I see here? Hold on for a second, guys. I'm going to clarify those actually again. Okay, you might have dealt with patriarchal lineage of narcissists, of self-centeredness, of me, and maybe not having the ultimate family circumstances in life with your past lives. With a 10 of Cups reverse. So no stable family life, no wish fulfillments with family. Maybe you guys were not happy as a family, okay? There was a lot of dysfunction here. And with King of Swords, I get narcissism, like mind manipulation, mental games. A person who is stuck in their head and never with their heart. A person who does not even communicate their feelings, okay? Because they retreated a lot. So this is what I get, okay, guys? In your past life. It doesn't mean it's in this life, okay? I'm not saying that it happened in this life, it's in the past life. So if it resonates with you, if it kind of has a similar ring to it, then it might have happened in your past life as well, okay? Maybe it didn't happen in this life and it happened in your past, you know, you can only know, you only know. Okay? So for some, there you go. Okay. Now, what do you mean with this card? I'm going to clarify the spirit guide here for the inheritance that the karmic inheritance your person is bringing. Sorry guys, I got one more thing to tell you guys about your patriarchal bloodline. So to make you happy, to make the children happy also, I get that there was some patriarchal bloodlines that actually were all about work, and they were really driven by their head and not really giving so much emotion to the family, and so they would retreat, but they would really provide home and hearth for the family, everything that the family needed with this 9 of Cups. And so, but they've retreated often. Like they were just the breadwinners. They provided you with a comfort. But the love really wasn't, I mean, they loved you, but they never showed it. So you were like lacking this affection. Okay? So for some of you guys. Okay, so now I spent a lot of times with your patriarchal bloodline. Let's move on to your soul connections inheritance. Okay, so here, they inherited the King of Wands, okay? This king is a type of king who likes the shaker and mover, okay? He's a type that can manipulate you into thinking that it was your idea, not theirs, okay? They can pretend, they can put a seed of an idea in your brain and make you believe that it was yours, okay? This person he's a leadership role. He takes leadership. But he does it in more of a fun way. Okay, he's a charismatic king. He's the type of person that can sell you like the salesman. Can sell a paper bag and and tell you it's beautiful and make you believe it, like make you buy it. Okay. This king loves adventure. He's very creative. He makes things happen. He has a lot of energy, okay? He has a lot of energy. And he likes to flirt. This person likes to flirt, okay? So he's bringing this energy, a lot of fire. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Can you clarify the King of Wands? So you've inherited that fire from your patriarchal bloodline. Okay, but the thing that okay, so I was right. This is the feeling that I got. So spirit guide, but with a high priestess in reverse, your person or your soul connection didn't have the intuition. They weren't tapping into their the records, Akashic records. They weren't tapping into their intuition, and so they didn't really make the right decisions, and they weren't going through the paths that they were supposed to follow. And also, this person was charming and stuff, but they have this fear of being by themselves. They have this fear of being alone with a Nine of Pentacles. This is when it's upright, it means that this person is independent and likes and it doesn't mind being alone, is actually happy and can live happily on their own, independently from others. And in reverse, it means that this person cannot live independently of others. So they have to have someone for the purpose of not being alone by themselves, like almost this fear of abandonment. Okay? And so this person, they inherited is like they have to be around somebody all the time. You know, they just can't. And it's hard. They're always on the go, 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 go. Go, 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 fire sign, 1, 2, 3. Where they are always mingling and shaking with other people, and they don't give themselves the time that they need to reflect and to think, to that create that introspection within themselves to actually you know, tap into their higher self and their Akashic records, and to see actually what divine or the universe or your spirit guides are trying to tell you. Okay? And so this person has made great transformation here. They have made great transformation. And let's clarify, what type of transformation has this person made? What type of transformation? What type of transformation? We're clarifying the Death card. What type of transformation has this person made? So the owl is an intuitive animal. Okay, so okay, just a second, guys. Let me see here. Okay, so I get the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is a queen that is very emotionally that likes to emotionally manipulate. That's very jealous. It's very petty. They get so emotionally imbalanced of situations that they may not handle things maturely. It's because they're not stable. And I feel like that they have this energy, you know, of like being emotional manipulators, like having this martyrdom. And using that martyrdom to manipulate others emotionally. Okay, they've transformed against that. Okay, they've also transformed. They also stopped having their player ways, you know, because the King of Wands in his young life in this patriarchal bloodline, they were like players, you know, which is like a person who moves towards, see his horse, he's galloping towards the excitement, towards the adventure, towards different women. He has that fire lit up his ass, where, you know, he gets bored real easily and moves on to the next side piece, And so it seems like that energy is dying, because it seems like this person has this means waiting. This person is no longer waiting with a Two of Wands in reverse. So it means like they've made a choice. And what would their choice be? We have to clarify. Is their choice to, is because they have clarity, is their choice to come and be in your life again? Or is their choice just being that person that can have that independence by themselves and actually create that stability by himself and focus on, or herself, and focus on his work? So we don't know yet, guys. We have to clarify this. Or it could be you. You can make this decision, of both of you guys. So what does this mean? Let's clarify this and then we're done. 44 minutes. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. Okay, so with a devil here, and the devil, okay, it's construed as a negative card, as an addiction, but it could also be a card of a sexual attraction. It could also be a card of karmic bondage, of soulmate, of soul contract, of bondage with a soul contract. This is soul contracts. Okay, so and then it seems like, hold on for a second. I'm going to clarify. You have the Three of Swords in reverse. So this heartbreak, this either heartbreak from betrayal, heartbreak from third-party situations, it's over with it in reverse. So this is the karmic future, that this is going to end because there is a karmic bond here with a devil. I'm going to clarify the devil. The devil. Okay. I'm going to clarify. Let's clarify the devil here. Whoa, that card fell all the way out there. Okay, so you're leaving past insomnia, being woken up at night by your anxiety, your feeling of restlessness, because of the lack of decision that or the indecisiveness that you had, or maybe you felt like some sort of guilt, or maybe something, a mental thing was conflicting. So you couldn't shut down your mind. It kept going and going and going. And so it also actually means, to be quite honest, it means spiritual warfare. You had this spiritual warfare about this, and the spiritual warfare will end. That devil is looking straight at me with his eyes. Do you see? So it's spiritual warfare right here. Okay, so you are protected, so don't worry, okay? And because you've fought a great battle, you're very defensive, and this is why you had lack of sleep. And this is what my Nine of Swords looks like. I just have to show you guys what my Nine of Swords looks like so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about, because I think pictures are very important in these dynamics here. So I hope what I say to you makes sense. If it doesn't, then it's not your reading, obviously. You can chuck it and throw it out, and if it does resonate for you, please like my thumbs up, give me a thumbs up on my video. So this is spiritual warfare during witching hours. So this is what happens to you during spiritual warfare. You can see shadows and entities duking it out with your spirits and angels and spirit guides. And when you are hitting this type of transformation, when the old you is dying, maybe an old idea or an old perspective, a fundamental belief that you had, when these are dying and you don't have your foundations solid, your foundations are weak, these spiritual warfares happen, especially if it's something that is spiritual that you're dealing with, a spiritual fundamental belief that is changing. Okay, or when you meet these karmic bonds here, these soul connections, you can pretty much get this, guys. And so that seems like no more of that, so that's ending, guys. And believe you me, this is a bond, okay? And it seems like you have reached, you're gonna get clear about this, because it seems like you have transformed and you are more intuitive. So it means like you have spiritually transformed, or you're on your way to spiritually transforming into more of an intuitive person, more of an emotional stable person, more of a person that is actually willing to receive, willing to get guidance from the universe and from their spirit guides, whether it be by yourself or with your soulmate. It's up to you to decide. I'm not going to clarify this because I don't have tarot readers do not read the future, okay? Regardless whether you think that they do or not, whether you pay 300 whatever dollars or whatever you pay to actually have them read your future, I can't stress this enough. Tarot readers can't read your futures. They can only read the energies and what will happen if these energies remain. Energy is fluid. You have free will. Whatever you do creates the future. Okay, let's just put it out there. Do not give your power away to any tarot reader. And with that, guys, love you and peace out. Bye.